You're welcome in the name of Yahweh into the grace and to the blessing that has been bestowed upon men today to read the Torah again in the same ancient Hebrew language that it was written. And here it is being done. Even here, not anywhere in the world, but here in Nigeria, in West Africa, Nigeria, in the southwest, among the Yorubas, because they are descent of Jacob. The Benin people, the Nope people, the Shakiri, the Jaws, Balewa people, they are descent of Jacob. They are descendant of Jacob. Part of the some of the Asian communities' names we have studied. We have seen Katsina. We have seen Kanaha, the Kanaha people of Kano. So, during it, you might have heard the story that the Kanaha people, they have something like the ark that was destroyed. So now, if that is not, if we don't believe that, but now the Torah is bringing out their name, confirming that they are Hebrews. So not just, this is not about the Yorubas. Even though the language, the ancient Hebrew language is very close, the kind of the ancient form of what the Yoruba are speaking today, but it is actually more deeper and more full and richer than the Yorubas that has been spoken today. And I'm going to read Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 16. All these tribes, they are not looking for it. Some of them are even still fighting what their names coming out from the Torah. They are still fighting it. That never, they believe some of them believe they are to do that fall with chain. And in the reading of the Torah, we know that the name of King David is what? Odu Iwade. So that means it is what? It is King David Odu Iwade that they are calling Odua. And they now created the story to, they just created their own story for it. So, all these people, all these things, people are not struggling for their names to come out. But the name is coming out, and then we are revealing it out. That these are the children of Israel, and it is time for them to rise again. But I'm reading this Song of Solomon chapter 5 verse 16 to put an end to an insult that is going on that's been carried on by Islamic cleric. They are trying to confirm the name. They are trying to use their brain and their human head to confirm the prophet. You cannot use your brain to confirm the prophet. The prophet himself, God appeared to him, taught him to read the Torah. And from that, he wrote the Quran. But this Torah, when the Hebrew, when the ancient Hebrew, when God allowed this book to cease away from the people because they've given to idolatry, nobody since then have been able to read the ancient Torah. Every attempt to read it has been generating new language, failure and failures. So now, for some Islamic clerics to now depend on the modern Hebrew that was created 200 years ago to confirm the name of the prophet that has been for long, I think it's first thing, using the modern Hebrew language is derogatory to the name of the prophet. You don't do that. Modern Hebrew language is a corruption. Because most of the consonants in the ancient Hebrew were thrown away because they did not understand it. So they did not understand the language. The ancient Hebrew language, they just generated that one for themselves. So let's leave that. So I'm going to read that. And even reading the English, when you read the English of chapter 5, you see that here they are talking about what is a woman describing the body part of what? Of our lover. Of course, which is doing lustfully. So how can you come and Akins, if I have what it takes, I will flog those people, those Islamic clerics. Why will you be comparing the name of a prophet of the creator of heaven and earth to the conversation of a lustful woman that is lusting after the body part of her boyfriend, of her lover. So I read verse 16. Eke ika ewa, that is talking about the cheek of the side of his face. The cheek. It's talking about the cheek. In verse 13, it talks about the cheekbone, which is ila, ika. That is what? Ila is bone. Eke, ila, eke. So ila is bone, and the word, and then eke, that is the cheek. Ila, eke, that is the cheekbone. But here it's talking about the eke itself. Eke, ika, that is the cheek of the side. The cheek, of course, is in the side of the face. Mo, imu, ito, ku, yomo. That is, it's like one take a finger and press down the cheek. That is, this particular person, which is Solomon, that this lover is talking about, as dimple. Dimple is as if you put a finger in a cheek. So this is what is being described here. But your English Bible and the Greek Bible, they did not get this perfectly. But they understand that there is what? As if a finger, ito means a finger, as if a finger is hanging there. So ito, so they not, because that same ito is the same word that used for taste too. And all these things confirmed by the Yoruba understanding. When you want to taste something, say ito, that is, you touch it and taste it. Ito. Even the Yoruba today, their language is still very close. What they use is still close to this. They call the dimple toro. That is as if ito, as if a finger what? A finger caused that cheek to fold inside. Itoro. They call it. They now use the toro. So let's go to the green. Wa ikolu ewa, that is the putting together of all that she has been talking, and the one that she has just mentioned about the cheek with this dimple, with all the other ones about the legs and everything that she has done before. So all of them, mo akamo oduyomo, that is they are like count together. They are precious. They no things that are cherished. So this is a kind of a woman describing what she like about her boyfriend. And of course, a measure of lust is allowed here. So please, it is an insult for you to bring the name of the prophet down here. Please. And indeed, those people that are doing that, go and repent, go and pray, go and fast 7 days. Ask God for repentance. That is evil. You can't use your simple brain that cannot even decipher the ancient Hebrew. You now want to look for the name of the prophet that read that same Hebrew. And you now use the corrupt, the ability or the trial, the failed trial of humanity on Hebrew language. You now want to use that. Please, let's stop that, please. Now let's continue. The goal now. Ase ihi eda awo oduehi. That is what? A very close, united, kind of a close friend. Someone that we are affection and very close friend. Let's go to the blue. Wa ase ihi iro ehi. Iro means a colleague. Now, it's now describing the colleague. Now say ibini iwuato, that is born to be as a woman. Now this iwuato, that is what? The urinary organ is a hole. It's deep inside, like a hole. So it's not like the man urinary organ that are extended out. Then the green, the last purple, iyo irowa ishe ile mo. So now, that is the name for Jerusalem. Yoruba, that is the plea, the teaching of they call it peace, but call it what? It is strength, like it's being strong, being healthy, being strong. Now, if it is human body, we say healthy, but the being strong, like a strong, being strong, ishe ile, being strong. That is teachings that give strength. that give peace, the strength of peace to a community, strength of understanding. It makes you strong in the Lord. Now, this is the Torah, ancient Hebrew Torah, being read the way according to the language spoken by in the ancient Hebrew language spoken by Moses, Aaron, the first prophet, Samuel the prophet, King David, Solomon, till they got to Yemen, when God destroyed them and they got to the Yemen kingdom, till when Inua, the Hebrew king of Yemen, when he was conquered, and when they all came to West Africa with his 400 soldiers that escaped with him, till they got to West Africa. So this is the language, the ancient Hebrew language. So, and this has been read. So please, I think we should stop trying to, you don't help men of God. You don't help prophet. When God has anointed somebody, he has anointed them. There's not, you don't need to go, don't do for any confirmation. You trying to say you want to confirm a prophet. Who are you to confirm a prophet? You need to be flogged. So those Islamic clerics, you should be flogged. Don't confirm a prophet. Accept his work and obey. Obey all the instruction that God has given to him. That is the true sign of faith. You trying to confirm a prophet is that means you don't even believe. If you believe, you know who sent you. So please, this should stop. Don't try to confirm the name of a prophet. And I'm saying too, don't try to confirm me too, because I know some of you don't go and say, this person said he's reading the Torah in West Africa, so let's look at his name. So now start looking at the Torah for my name. Well, I won't encourage you. Even if you find anything, I would rather rebuke you than encourage you, because it is stupidity. God revealed this Torah work to me. I am doing it to glorify him. I don't need any woman, useless woman brain. Useless woman brain that could not read this thing all the while until God now reveal it now. So you now want to use that woman brain that has failed all this while. You now want to use it to now see confirm. Confirm what? Please. I think this should stop. Let's just obey instructions given to us by the men of God. Prophets, Jesus, the Messiah. Let us just obey the instruction. And God will bless you. God will bless your household. God will bless your wife. God will bless your work. The creator of heaven and the earth. He will bless all the works of your hand. Abraham did not know the name of God as Oyoha, as Yahweh. When they call it Yahweh, but it's Oyoha, Oyohiwaha. He did not know that name. So God appeared to him. So he called God Allah. That is the one who appeared to him. Allah, Yahweh, that is the one that came, that appeared, that burst open. The way light used to appear, the one that appeared unto him. So he said, Allah, Yahweh. So Abraham called God that. So that is the description of God, that the God who appeared unto me. So now, Islam call him Allah. All right. So that is what Abraham called him. But God revealed himself to Abraham. The same one that Abraham called Allah, Yahweh, revealed himself to Abraham and said, listen to me. My name is Oyoha Eyasheiri. That is the one, the creator of all that are seen. So, you don't need, so it is, let God confirm himself. God confirmed the prophet by what he has done through them, and the teaching and the instruction they put down. Just go and obey that, and you will be blessed. So, greetings from Yoruba Torah Institute to you all. Remain blessed. in the name of Oyo Awashua. Iye amosheyoka, eyi elu ayimo. Amo ini.